What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. In a move that should surprise nobody, the price to grade cards at GameStop has gone up. A commenter in a video pointed this out to me, and then I did a little Googling, and sure enough, the price has gone up pretty significantly for one category versus the other. Other card grading, which is basically sports cards, went up $1. Okay, not too bad there. TCG grading went up $3 per card. So from $15.99 to $18.99. Not an insignificant increase when you're talking about $15 to basically $18. That's or $16 to basically $19. That's a pretty decent increase on that. And this should not be surprising because this is basically just a trickle down from PSA's own price increase that they put into place the other day because they are busy. I mean, I don't want to use the B word for backlogged, but on the receiving end, they're at least pretty slower. They have been. I haven't looked recently to see how turnaround times are moving for them. I know I could speak personally. My sports card special December or whatever the heck that thing was called order moved into assembly the other day. This took a long time to get checked in, but once it got rolling, it flew through grading in a couple of days. It's been in assembly for the better part of 4 or 5 days. The check mark went green, but it has not gone to grades revealed yet. So hopefully I'll be seeing grades on that order in the next 3 to 5 days. I don't know. My Paul Skeen sat in order reveal or in that green check mark zone for quite a while. It felt like forever before those grades popped. So we'll see how this does. This was like a 10 or 12 card order. Some logo fractor stuff, some Tops Now stuff. Nothing super, super crazy in that order. But I would love to have some of those cards back for Ship Shawana. I'm probably going to send a few of those to the vault as well. Send those over to the PSA vault and let them rock. Let's kind of talk about the PSA GameStop relationship. When this news initially came out months ago, a lot of people were like, GameStop? Are you crazy? I'm not grading my cards with GameStop. You're nuts. And there have been some hiccups, but generally speaking, and you're going to have hiccups with anything, generally speaking, this is a massive success. You know, when I had Nat on, we talked about this. We saw in the GameStop financial reporting, the PSA GameStop collaboration is a huge win. It is a massive success. Do not underestimate people just wanting to walk in and drop cards off and not deal with the process at all. It's the whole reason why group submitters exist in the first place, because people are either A, a little bit scared, B, a little bit lazy, or C, a little bit of all of the above. And they just don't want to deal with it, or just don't have time in some cases as well. That's a valid reason for it. But a lot of people are using this. It's sending them a lot of TCG business specifically. And guess what? If you haven't noticed, TCG is a booming. TCG is flying right now. So an extra $3 a card, that's pretty good. I don't know what the split there is between GameStop and PSA on something like that arrangement, but PSA has been crushing it with this partnership to GameStop, and I firmly believe that at least some of their backlog problems are because of the influx of cards from GameStop. You know, like I said, when I interviewed Nat, they were surprised by how successful this has been, and as many cards as they seem to be getting from GameStop, it would not surprise me if they were not prepared all of a sudden. Oh God, here comes a couple extra 100,000 TCG cards rolling through every month from all these GameStop submissions. And like I said, there have been a couple of things here and there that have popped up, but generally speaking, given the amount of cards that have gone through that system, I haven't heard like a ton of horror stories. I've heard a lot of people in my comments have mentioned, oh yeah, I swung by GameStop, dropped some cards off, no problems. It was easy. It was great. If you've graded with GameStop or in the process of grading with GameStop, I mean, feel free to fire away, give some personal experiences for the other folks in the comment section down below on, you know, what you saw, how it worked. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Everyone's experience is going to vary a little bit because a lot of it's going to come down to what employee you get. You know, you walk in and you got an employee that kind of knows a little bit about cards, and the process might be a lot smoother. You got someone that has no idea what a card is, that process might be a little bit worse. So a little bit's going to come down to that. But generally speaking, feel free to fire away with stories, good, bad, or indifferent, if you took advantage of the GameStop promotion. But this was a nice way to get cards in the PSA fairly cheaply. I mean, $15.99 a card, the old price. And then I think what a lot of people took advantage of was the shipping. Because, hey, we've all complained about it. The shipping charges to and from PSA are no joke. And here you get a flat $5 shipping, and you get free shipping for pros if you're a pro member with GameStop. But if you were lucky enough to get an order in here in the last week or two since PSA raised the main prices, then lucky you. You snuck in under the wire. And maybe this is something good to just kind of file away in the back of our heads going forward, that if we see a PSA price increase again, hopefully we don't for a long, long time, but if we see a PSA price increase, GameStop might lag behind a little bit. I'm sure these things have to filter down to some degree, and you need to get cards graded. It might not be a bad idea to scoot down to the local GameStop and get a submission in before those price increases trickle down to the GameStop level. I'm assuming that takes a little bit of time to kind of work its way. It's got to snake its way through the process. Those price increases, I forget when they went into effect with PSA, but definitely a little bit of a time lag there for the GameStop of it all. But yeah, overall, successful partnership on the PSA GameStop thing. The price to grade cards is going up a few bucks. Hopefully I have a PSA reveal very shortly for some sports cards. Hopefully those pop any day now. And then I think I'm getting ready to put together a TCG submission. I was actually hoping to get it in under the current special, but unfortunately it's a 20 card minimum, and I don't think I'm going to hit the 20 card minimum. So I might just roll it into next month and see what special they have for next month. I'm worried that they maybe don't have a good TCG one, just given the influx that they're getting right now. But I have about 10, 15 cards to send in, and it's a 20 card minimum for the, what is it, $16.99 or $16 a card special that ends here at the end of the month. So I might just roll the dice and see what they cook up for February specials, if any at all. Maybe they won't roll any out. Maybe it'll just revert. I'm sure they'll throw something out there. They usually always have something. But we'll have to see. Current PSA specials end here in a couple of days. And we'll also be, speaking of grading, we'll be looking at gem rate numbers here very quickly. But that is all I got for you boys and girls today. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.